The ego. One way of viewing the ego is like a overprotective parent, right? No, you're not going out like that. You're not doing this, you're not doing that. I know best. I know the best way of doing it. I'll look after you, I'll protect you, right? And although a parent is doing it through love, through the best of their understanding, through not wanting you to be hurt, not wanting you to feel pain, and trying to mold you into a way that they think is best, the ego is almost doing this as well. Ego is there for protection, right? It's there for our survival. And it's the part of us which keeps us out of danger. As a child, we are egoless. We have no form of separation, no understanding of individuality. We just are. And the ego comes about when we need to develop some way of protecting ourselves. So the first time somebody lets us down, first time we look to another to be there for us and they're not, the first time we feel separate and alone, that we have nobody else in life to turn to help us, to protect us, up pops the ego. I know what to do, I'll protect you, I'll look after you. I view it as a separate being, right? Separate part of me. So if I was a tree, then we're two separate branches on that tree. My higher self, my ego self. And as I've said in another video, I view all emotions as separate, almost entities, parts of me. Different colours in the rainbow. Each colour being separate but making up that rainbow, right? So the first time we have nobody else to turn to, the ego pops up. Oh, I'm here for you, I got your back, I know what to do. Somebody's hurt you, yeah, well, keep them away. We'll keep people away from you. If you don't let people get close, they can't hurt you again, right? So we'll separate from everybody else, we'll go into ourselves and we'll do our own thing. I've got you, I'm here for you, let me run the show, right? Let me take control. Over-controlling parent, right? And it's almost like, right, don't let people get close, keep them away. If somebody tries to get too close, I'll get angry at them. I'll push them away, I'll keep them away, and that way no one will get close enough to you to be able to hurt you again. You won't attach to anybody else your happiness, and then they can't let you down in it. The realization comes through realizing, through viewing the ego as a separate part. And I'm going to do a few videos on ego, but in principle it is part of us and we can't get rid of it. It wants to be accepted, it wants to run the show at the end of the day, and the more we give up power to it, the more we blindly allow it to run the show, it will do so until we realize that we have control, we have the power, and we take it back. We basically say, I appreciate what you're doing for me and I understand you're trying to help and protect me, but I'm not separate. I don't want to be separate. I don't want to push people away. I don't want to put up walls and boundaries, keep people at a distance by getting angry at them if I feel they're going to get close. I want to be open, I want to communicate, I want to connect and engage with others. This is who I am. And I thank you for your protection, keeping me out of harm's way, as I look to you to do when I felt that pain in the past, you were there for me. You kept me at harm's way. But I don't believe your way is beneficial to me anymore, and I take back control. I thank you for all you've done, but I'd like to try my way for a while. I'd like to mindfully flow my energy in the directions which I choose to, not the pre-designated tracks that I have learned and the routes which you feel best. So I love, honour and appreciate all you've done for me. I'm not getting rid of you. I will still feed you with energy as you need to survive, but over time your energy will lessen, like a fat person, right? Sorry, but true. A fat person needs a lot of food to feel full, and if they slowly ate a little less each day, they'd need a little less to feel full, right? To the point where they could survive off the bare minimum. The ego is always going to be there. It's always going to require sustenance, energy as food. But you can get it to a little point where it's a little bit of body armor on your back instead of a big fuck off shield that you carry around in front of you, pushing everybody out of the way with. And it's all to do with being hurt. So the ego is there to protect us, keep us out of danger, right? And when we're hurt as a child, not when we don't feel loved, when someone's not there for us, the ego steps in, says, yep, I'm here, I've got your back, I'll do it, I'll run the show, you sit back, I've got this. And it does so until we learn that it even exists. These are the sort of things we're never taught. We have to learn for ourselves and learn from others, as I'm trying to share my knowledge with all of you. View it as a separate part. Thank it, but take back control. And tell it that it's there. You know it's there. And if the time comes, then you'll call on it. And you still trust it to keep you out of harm's way, but you're no longer in harm's way. You no longer need to feel loved and appreciated and accepted by another, as you're on a journey to do this for yourself. Hope this helps. Namaste.